Oh, hey, you remember Vito and Johnny One Note, right?
Yeah, those guys specialize in B&E.
That's right. They did a B&E the other night, and the cops showed up.
Oh, that's not good.
No, so Vito and Johnny One Note hid themselves in their sacks.
Oh, smart thinking.
Yes, it was. The cops came running up, and they started kicking the sack with Vito in it.
What did Vito do?
Well, Vito made a sound. He went, meow, meow.
Oh, they're trying to pull a fast one on the cops.
That's right, and the cops stopped kicking it because they thought there was a kitten in there. So they run over and they start kicking the sack with Johnny One Note in it.
What sound did he make?
He didn't make a sound. So the cops kept kicking the sack. And finally, Johnny One Note says, "You cops are so dumb. I'm a sack of potatoes. Potatoes don't make no sound." Hey, how you doing? I'm Big Pauley. This guy is Vinny 2 times.
How you doing?
And we are the WiseGuys. And we're here to bring you our award-winning show, We Pick the Winners. Where? Oh, we pick the winners.
I had no idea kickboxing could be so fun.
Right? It's the best exercise, and you can lose a lot of weight.
Oh.
The exercise I'm used to is walking up and down the mall, occasionally resting to make a purchase.
Hey, Miss Dottie DeVille, good to have you back.
Let me guess. Vanessa called.
Vanessa, no, Donnie called, and Angie and I are this week's fantasy girls.
All right.
Oh, and Vinny, before I forget, I need $1,500 to get a new computer.
What do you need a new computer for?
Well, Dottie and I were talking, and she was saying that I could sell my jewelry online.
Well, then have Dottie buy you a new computer. Whatever happened to the mobile pet grooming business?
Well, I have Anna Marie watching that, and Sarah Lee is watching the food truck.
Wow, Angie, with all these businesses, you're like a regular Donald Trump.
Yeah, except I got better hair.
Okay, I believe you're Big Pauley, and you're Vinny 2 times.
And who might you be?
Ruby Ridge, Internal Affairs.
Oh.
I'm here investigating some potential misconduct.
What kind of misconduct?
The worst kind. I'm here to ask a Miss Angela Carducci a few questions.
Never heard of her.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's me, but I didn't do nothing.
I'll be the judge of that. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful bracelet.
See, Angie, I told you. Would you believe she designed that?
This would go with so many outfits that I have. I have to get one. Where can I buy it?
Well, if I had a new computer, you could buy it online. Right, Vinny?
All right, here. Now, if you don't mind, we got a show to do.
Thank you.
Hey, ladies, why don't you go get ready? Your segment is coming right up. All right, well, this is the part of the show where we tell you all about the rest of the show. We've got all the things you come to know and love, like that Bust Out Game of the Week. We've also got our Ironclad Lock, Lead Pipe Cinch, personally picked Whack of the Week. And we have our newest segment, which is doing very well.
Yes, it is.
The Fantasy Matchup. And who helps us with the fantasy matchup?
That's my favorite part.
It's everybody's favorite part of the show. It's those amazing, those wonderful, those beautiful fantasy girls.
Hi, WiseGuys.
I never get tired of that.
All right.
Hey, let's pick some games.
All right. Hey, for all you fantasy players, you got a couple of teams on a bye. Watch out for this. San Francisco 49ers and Colin Kaepernick, you are on a bye.
And the New York Giants and Eli Manning's, go grab a slice at Ray's because you're on a bye.
Is that Ray's original?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll win a game now.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe.
All right, now it's time to pick the games that we agree on. We both agree that the Detroit Lions are playing great ball and they're going to beat the Atlanta Falcons.
Yes, and we both like the New England Patriots and pretty boy Tom Brady all over the what's up with Chicago and the locker room Chicago Bears.
We both agree that the Seattle Seahawks are going to get a little recovery, get their mojo back, and beat the Carolina Panthers.
Meows. And we both like the Miami Dolphins all over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Their winning streak is going to be short-lived.
Yeah. And we both agree that the Baltimore Ravens...
You okay there?
Yeah, it's just tough to say. We both agree that the Baltimore Ravens are going to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. God, I hate saying that game.
Maybe they'll both
Then
lose.
stop picking them.
Yeah, it's a possibility. There you go.
Maybe, yeah.
There was a tie last
Yeah, dream on. Okay, we both like the Houston Texans with Clowney coming back all over the Tennessee Titans.
And we both agree that the Indianapolis Colts are going to beat the Pittsburgh
knew that
Steelers.
was coming.
Yeah, you could. I know where you're sleeping tonight.
Yeah. Well, not if they lose.
That's okay. Last time you picked against them, they won.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
That's true. That's why I did it
Hi,
again.
boys.
That's why I did it again.
Yeah. it's your turn, buddy.
Okay, we both like the Green Bay Packers. That's right, the Green Bay Packers all over the New Orleans Saints. Even though they're at home, I like Aaron Rodgers. How do you pick against them?
Yeah. And finally, we both agree that the Dallas Cowboys are believing in themselves week to week, and they are going to beat the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, plus Washington's on their third string quarterback.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
Not
Dallas
good.
is all.
All right, those are the games we agreed on, and now the games that we differ. I am taking the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning with his world record pace of throwing touchdown passes all over Vinny's San Diego Chargers. Really?
Yeah, you talking about Peyton Manning like he's good or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually really good. But
Yeah.
the only team to beat him last year at home was San Diego. Guess where they're playing? At home. So I got a shot at San Diego. We'll see what happens.
San Diego seems to have their number sometimes.
Sometimes,
Anyway,
yeah. And I like the St. Louis Rams. That's right, the St. Louis Rams with the razzle-dazzle misdirection special teams all over Pauley's Kansas City Chiefs.
They're the Chiefs. You put me onto them. You picked them last week. They won.
Yeah, I'm picking St. Louis now.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
And finally, I am taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their sartorial elegance all over Vinny's Minnesota Vikings, really?
Minnesota played tough last week.
Oh,
and
yeah. That's true.
That's
She likes
right.
Mi- she likes
See, I picked the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, and Tampa Bay, I think their puffy shirts are still at the cleanest.
Yeah, it's quite possible. All right, those are the games we differed on. We're going to grab a beer. Why don't you go have one yourselves? We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, I'm going to have a beer.
And we are back. And now it is time for our Bust Out game of the week. Vinny, 2 times. Take it away.
Okay, Big Paulie, we got a good one. Our bust out game of the week has the 5-1 the Philadelphia Eagles at the 5-1 Arizona Cardinals as Nick Foles takes on Carson Palmer at University of Phoenix Stadium. Okay, Big Paulie, who do you like?
Well, they're both 5-1. They're both playing really well, and I think it's
Yeah.
going to come down to the little things. In this case, the only little thing that I can find a difference in, the Arizona Cardinals are at home. I'm picking the Arizona Cardinals because they're at home in a squeaker, 24-21.
That's a good pick, Paulie. I like that pick.
Thank you.
I like the way you think.
Thank you.
I'm also going with the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh,
and I'm also going because they're at home, because Philadelphia can play really good, but sometimes not so good. Arizona, very good, but, you never know. But at home, they're a much better team. And with Carson Palmer coming back, playing really good ball, I think that's going to push them over the edge. I think it's going to be a blowout, 74-3.
There you go. Hey, ladies, do you have an opinion on this game? Mrs. Angela Carducci, who do you think is going to win this game?
Well, as a matter of fact, I am going to go against the both of yous,
Ooh.
and I'm going to pick the Philadelphia Eagles.
There's a shocker.
Yeah. Well, any particular reason why?
Well, they have LaShawn McCoy, and I just think, he's a wild card. He's not doing so well right now, getting a slow start, but at any moment he could just bust out and get a touchdown.
This is true.
That is true. Good thing. That's good.
Hey,
Good
Miss Dottie
logic there.
DeVille, do you have an opinion on this game?
Well, I like that attitude, Angie, but I'm going to have to agree with these guys here because Carson Palmer, I've liked him since SC days, and I'm going to go with the Cardinals. They're at home. I say Cardinals.
Nicely thought out.
Yes.
I've
How
heard
do you argue?
much.
You can't argue with
I've
that.
heard much worse reasoning on this particular show.
That's true.
All right, that was our bust out game of the week, and now it's time for our ironclad lock, lead pipe cinch, personally picked whack of the week.
That's music to my ears.
All right, hey, you
I'm
wanna
going to go first, Big
All
Paulie. Okay, my can't miss, gotta have it, whack of the week, has the 4-3 Buffalo Bills at the 1-6 New York Jets as Kyle Rico Orton takes on Geno Smith at MetLife Stadium. Okay, Paulie, let's review, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happened last week? The Buffalo Bills almost lost to the Minnesota Vikings. It wasn't for Kyle Rico Orton pulling it out at the last second with Sammy Watkins, they would have been done. But they won. But they're going up against Geno Smith with Percy Harvin. They just traded for Percy Harvin from Seattle. That's going to put them over the top. Plus, Rex Ryan knows how to defend the Bills. I like the New York Jets. That's right. I like the New York Jets in a squeak up 24-22.
And who did you say was throwing to Percy Harvin?
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith. I'm not going to say any more. I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. And that was your whack of the week. And now it is time for my ironclad lock, lead pipe cinch, personally picked whack of the week.
That's a good whack.
Oh, yeah. My game features the 0-6 Oakland Raiders against the 3-3 Cleveland Browns as Derek Carr takes on Brian Hoyer at First Energy Stadium. 0-6 Oakland Raiders, 3-3 Cleveland Browns. This could be the week that Oakland finally picks up their first win.
Yes, it could.
Nah. The guy that owes me money in Cleveland says they got this all locked up. Brian Hoyer is going to play a good game, and it's going to be a close one, though. I think it's going to be, because of the way Oakland's touring right now,
Yeah.
somewhere around like 35-28.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Pauley, I'm going a little different route. I think Oakland goes the route of Jacksonville and gets their first victory against Cleveland. So we'll see what happens.
You've been good with those picks, but I'm not going to agree anyway. All right,
Okay.
well, that was my Ironclad Lock Lead Pipes Interpersonally Picked Whack of the Week. And now it is time for our newest segment, a Fantasy Matchup. That's where you, our fans, send in your questions about your fantasy football teams, and those amazing, those wonderful, those beautiful fantasy girls answer those questions. Vinny, 2 times, what is this week's question?
Okay, Big Pauley, our question comes from SK Lauer 21.
Hey, man.
And he wants to know, hey, I got 2 quarterbacks, Nichole from the Philadelphia Eagles and Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks.
Nice.
I can only start one. Help.
Ladies?
Russell Wilson is playing against the Carolina defense, which is both hot and cold.
That's true.
And Nick Foles is playing against the Arizona defense, which is all hot.
That is true.
So the obvious choice is Russell Wilson.
Woo!
There you go. That's an excellent day. Hey,
Good
SK
advice.
Lauer 21, there's your answer. And
Yeah.
now, hey, everybody, go visit our website, thewiseguys.net. That's thewiseguys.net.
Wouldn't this look good on your table?
The holidays are coming up so fast.
Buy some for your family.
Or your loved ones.
Yeah, them too.
200 for you, and 200 for you. Pleasure doing business.
It's a pleasure having you in our kickboxing class. I can't believe Vinny fell for the old computer trick.
This is Vinny we're talking about.
Ruby, when you came in saying you were with Internal Affairs.
I know, I even thought you were a cop.
Well, that's because I am.
What is she talking about?
When did you go to Internal Affairs?
Did she say she was a cop?
I'm a field agent, and Dottie, I've been meaning to tell you. Now? You tell me now?
A field agent. That's nice. I'll just let you two catch up.
Angela, you have to stay. Now, I have some questions about potential misconduct.
Look, I con Vinny out of money all the time. It's not illegal. That's the perk of having a man, right? Right?
Relax. I'm investigating the taking of bribes and gifts against Mr. Guinness O'Hara.
Oh. Well, if you're talking about Captain Guinness O'Hara, then you should ask Dottie, because she practically married him.
Dottie, is that true?
No, of course not. He never asked.
And we are back. Hey, week number 8. We're halfway through the regular season. We're not doing so bad.
Yeah, not so bad, Big Pauley. And where's my turkey?
What do you need a turkey for?
Well, I just went 3 weeks in a row with double-digit wins.
And I did not.
Yes, sir. I'll have that report on your desk first thing in the morning. Roger that.
Leaving so soon?
Angie, what did you do now?
Not a thing. She's looking for Captain Guinness O'Hara.
Oh.
And it looks like the person I need to talk to first is Dottie.
Looks like there's a lot we need to talk about.
Yeah. And this goes without saying, don't anybody leave town.
Well, if it goes without saying, why'd she say it?
I don't know. Hey, that's a quandary.
Well, let's get the girls dancing. What do you say,
go.
huh?
All right. Well, when the music starts playing and
There
the
it
girls
is.
start dancing, that means it's time for us to say thank you to all the people who made the show possible. So first and foremost, we want to say thank you to the wonderful people at the Wacker 6000.
That would be us.
So thank you, Vinny, 2 times.
Thank you, Big Pauley.
All right, we also want to say thank you to the newest burr in Captain Guinness O'Hara's back, the Internal Affairs agent, Miss Ruby Ridge. Thank you, Miss Ruby Ridge.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah. And finally, we want to say thank you to the current iteration of those amazing, those wonderful, those so beautiful fantasy girls.
Thanks, wise guys.
I never get tired of that.
Yeah, they said, well, Captain Guinness O'Hara, he's in trouble, I think.
Yeah, he's been a bane in my side for a couple of years now. Good for him.
Well, better the devil that we know,
Well, the devil does have a lot of names.
This is true. In ancient Sumeria that there was a devil that was actually originally a female goddess named Asherah or Ishtar. Then, of course, later on in Babylon, you had a monster named Enkidu, who was the best friend. He was a beast man with
I
wild
had to
hair.
say it.
Against the Arizona defense, which is all hot.
Yeah, that's right.
So the obvious answer is Russell Wilson. Woo! Yeah.
I think you don't feel so bad right now, do you?